Welcome to the JQ's Kitchen Lounge, and today we're going to make one fantastic meal. We're going to make a beef tomato soup. This is a stunning meal. The whole family can eat this. It tastes so good. It's all fresh ingredients, and I think you'll really surprise your friends and family when you bring this dish out. So it's all about making quality food and getting you the best results. It's not about following a diet. It's not about putting your kids on a diet. It's about teaching your family how to eat healthier food, and then all of you will have a better body. So follow me and let me show you the ingredients that we're going to cook with. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you the ingredients, and all of these go by hand sizes. So I basically go by handful. That is a handful where your fingers can pretty much close over whatever you've got in your hand. Okay, so we have got some red pepper, and this serves 2 people, by the way. So this recipe is based on 2 people, okay? So 2 handfuls, that's about half a red pepper, so it's a big one. And then I've got 8 small mushrooms that I've chopped up in there as well. I've got 1 whole red onion that I've chopped up. I've got 2 small tomatoes, so they're about that size. Not the massive ones that you get, but about, I would say, one of them is about 4 cherry tomatoes. So if you're going to have cherry tomatoes, about 8 of them, or 2 whole tomatoes, again chopped up. And then I've got a bit of leek there, 2 small leeks. If you're going to take the long excuse me, if you're going to take the long big leek, the big ones, you want to use about half of that for 2 people, not too much, otherwise it's just going to be leek, okay? And we're not making a leek soup. And then I also have my beef here, so it's cubed. I asked the butcher to make me a pack of 125 grams, 2 packs. So there's 250 grams there, so it's 125 grams per person that we're going to have. Okay, and what am I going to cook with? I'm going to use butter. I use unsalted butter, so I'll show you that. Unsalted butter. I'm not going to use the whole block. And then I'm going to use double cream. I used the organic double cream. This one I bought from Sainsbury's. And then I've got Maldon sea salt, a bit of olive oil. This is the chili infused olive oil. It's quite nice. It's actually, you don't really taste the chili in all honesty. Then I've got ground black pepper, I've got rosemary, coriander, and then I've got thyme. And these are all the dried out bits in the pots. If you can, try and make it fresh. A lot of people sometimes say, oh, I can't find it fresh. That will do, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so here we go. Let's make a fantastic soup. Let me show you how quality food can change your physique and give you that nice beach body that you so badly want. So here we go, enjoy. The first step is we're going to add our butter. Now I'm going to add in quite a bit, and I would say about 2 big dessert spoons of butter in there. Again, we want to give some good old flavor to the food, and I've got it on a high heat at the moment. Once this is melted, then I will turn the heat down to a medium heat. I never cook on a high heat. Butter has melted, now time for the onions. Put in all of the red onion and give it a stir. Remember to put this on a medium heat from now on, not on a high heat anymore, otherwise you'll end up burning the butter. So we don't want to burn any of that. And we're going to fry this for a few minutes, and then I will add in the beef. So I'm going to fry this until it nearly starts going brown, and then I will add in the beef with that, and then I'll start seasoning my ingredients. Now you can use a smaller saucepan as well. I use this big one. I just find it easier to cook within this if I'm going to make a soup. Don't have to worry about things splashing out the side, and it just makes it easier for me to work with if I'm going to do this type of meal. But okay, as you can see, the onions are cooking quite a bit now. It's been about 2.5 minutes, and I will be adding in the beef within the next minute or so. Onions have been frying for about 4.5 minutes. Time for the beef. Add all of that in. Give it a good stir. Break it up in there. And remember, if you don't want things to burn, keep on stirring it very often. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there and it will burn to the bottom of the frying pan or the saucepan. And again, just don't make the heat go up that much. If you're going to cook on a high heat, then you can expect something to burn. Okay, it's time to flavor our food. First bit I'm adding in is the salt, so the sea salt, Maldon sea salt. Give it enough salt in there, so about 2 teaspoons. There you go. Next one I'm going to use is the thyme. And about a dessert spoon of thyme. I just do it as I want. I like quite a lot of flavor in my food, so I don't use dessert spoons. You can't really go too wrong, but you just don't want it to overpower the food. Bit of coriander. A bit. Bit more than that. Okay, next one is rosemary. There you go. And the final one is the black pepper. There you go. And again, if you don't want too much pepper, just be careful. But this will flavor up my food so much. Got a stunning flavor come through on that. Okay, and keep on stirring it. Give it a good mix. And now what you're going to do is you're just going to pretty much fry the meat. So give it a little bit of a stir, and then we're just going to fry the meat until it is cooked and it goes, again, it almost goes a bit brown. Now, one of the big problems is most people don't want to cook. They don't want to try and cook from fresh. They just find that they don't have time, and they just don't eat very well. That's the big thing. And you're never going to basically be healthy. You're never really going to get what you want. And this is what we try and do. I try and teach you how to cook. So you get home, you can whack this on, and then quickly, oh yeah, this and this and this is what I need to get for tomorrow if you're going to do it the next day, or I've got some of these ingredients in, and let's just quickly cook something. But if you constantly just keep on eating rubbish, you can't expect anything good to happen. Okay, so the beef has been going for about 4 minutes in there. It's almost going brown, so it's cooking quite fast. And now I'm going to add in my red peppers. Add that in. I'm going to add in the red tomato. Go. And I'm also going to add in the mushrooms. Okay, so there's not much sauce at the moment in this. And in a second, get the kettle boiling, because we're going to add in a bit of hot kettle boiled water. And all I'm going to do is now cook this until it goes soft. So I want all the vegetables to go soft, especially the red pepper, and I want the tomato just to kind of break up, and the mushrooms to pretty much fall apart in there as well. And I've got all my seasoning in there that I've done before. And again, it's a soup. You can't go too wrong. You'll find that this is so easy to make. Once you've done it once, it's actually so easy to do. Okay, and now I'm going to add in a bit of the olive oil. Get a bit more juice in there. You can season it and spice it with anything else if you want. You can add in curry powders if you want. That will make a really nice soup as well. Or you can add in things like chilies, anything like that. It's absolutely fine. Be very careful for the mixed spice stuff. A lot of it's got sugar and additives and preservatives in it. So a lot of the time it's not that healthy. Okay, like I say, I'm still frying everything off. I'm not going to add the water yet, because I just want this to fry, and then I'll start adding in the water. And if I don't have enough flavor, I add in more. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, this is looking pretty good. It will take a few minutes before everything softens up. Give it a good stir again. Medium heat, people, medium heat, not a high heat. Otherwise you will end up burning most of your food. It will all burn to the bottom of this pan. Soup's been going for about 8-9 minutes. Slowly getting there. It smells amazing. It smells like that steak kind of flavor. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. So I'm just keeping on stirring it. And again, medium heat, not a high heat, medium heat. Okay, keep on stirring it. You can see now the tomatoes kind of starting to break up, and it's making more. I've got a bit more of a juice going in here. And the mushrooms won't dissolve or anything like that. They just break up into smaller pieces. The onion is kind of disappearing, which is good. And it's all just, it's starting to look more and more like a soup type of mixture. And soon I'm going to add the water, and then I'm also going to add the double cream. I'm not going to add in loads of that. I'm going to add in a bit, but you'll find that this is just such a nice meal. And it's so easy to make. That's the thing with soups. It's easy. It's not that you have to stand it for hours and hours and hours. You can let this just simmer. But what I want to do is I want to break up the vegetables first until it's soft, then add in the water, and then it can just do its own thing. And every now and again you just come back and you give it a bit of a stir. The other thing is also we're going to taste our food, because that's important. If you don't taste it, you don't know what it's, well, you do not know what it tastes like if you don't taste it. So that's what I want to say. Okay, now I've got my boiled kettle water, and this has been going for about 10 minutes now. Now the meat is brown. It's a bit of sauce. Now, you don't want to add in tons and tons of water. All that's going to happen is you're going to take away all that flavor. It will just be one watery kind of soup, and that's not what we want, okay? So I'm going to quickly add in the last bit, the leeks. Pop that in there. Give it a stir. And now I'm going to add in small amounts of kettle water. So maybe about 1/4 of a cup. Add that in. And be careful, don't burn your hands. That's why I've got the tea towel in my hand. Give it a stir. Now there's a bit more juice. Okay, there was already a bit of juice in there. Now there's just more. I'm going to keep on stirring. I'm going to show you in a second what it looks like. Keep on stirring it. And now the next step, I'm going to add in a bit of the double cream. Am I going to measure it? No, I'm not. You can basically do about 2 dessert spoons if you want. I'm just going to add in a bit. There you go. And again, we keep on stirring. The thing is, if you add in too much stuff in one go, you can't reverse that effect. But we can add in bit by bit. So if I find it's a little bit too watery, the flavor, then I add in a few more of my spices or herbs or whatever, or salt and pepper. I just keep on adding it in. But this has already got quite a bit of juice in there. And again, it's just, it looks so nice. This just looks so good. It's colorful, and it just smells good, and it looks tasty. That's the main thing. It does look tasty. Just look at that. That is what good food looks like. That is good, natural, healthy food right there in front of you. Beautiful food that the whole family can eat. Not a diet, just good, natural stuff that's going to make the whole family healthy, and then people don't have to struggle with their weight one day when they're a little bit older. So this is the beautiful thing about cooking from fresh. It's not that hard. I never used to be able to cook. I couldn't even make an egg. So here I am cooking my own food, trying my own dishes, and helping other people get healthier. That's the main aim. People get healthy, they feel good, they spread the word about good healthy eating, and more people will start eating this way. By the way, just add on a little bit more water. Again, small bits at a time, people, not loads. Small bits. And this is looking lovely. Absolutely lovely. What you also can do is you can always fry the meat first with the onions, then take it out, put it in a bowl. Then you can fry all your other ingredients and make it into kind of a soup, and you can blend it. So if you want that real watery flavor, especially if you've got children that don't want the greens and stuff, or the red peppers and things like that, if they go, oh, what is that? Then you can do it that way. You can just blend it, and then it just disappears. That's a really good effective way of hiding the veg, but still have an amazing meal. A really tasty, fantastic meal. So this is getting there now. It's almost finished. So it doesn't take that long. Remember, I'm talking to you. I'm hosting it, showing you all the things. In your case, you'll be like that. Bang, 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 bang. And you'll just be going for it. Okay. Now let's taste this. Let's see if this is actually that good, or we're going to throw it away. I doubt it. So always make sure you taste it. Be careful not to burn your mouth. But you have to taste it. Otherwise you're never going to know if it's salty enough, or if there's too much pepper or too much salt. It's very important. Oh yeah, that is good. And I'm not just saying that. That is really good. I'm going to add in a bit more cream. Is cream going to make you fat? No, it won't. That's the beauty of it. Cream doesn't make you fat, people. Sugar and carbohydrates make you fat. So if you want to get rid of your waistline, reduce it, stay away from all that sugar, and stay away from all the carbohydrates. You can have carbohydrates in the form of green vegetables, mushrooms, red peppers, things like that. That's all fine. Be very careful for the other stuff that you're eating. Okay, a little bit more water, just give it a little bit more juice. And this is salty enough. I can taste the salt, so I don't need to add in any more salt or any pepper. It's got a bit of a kick to it already from the pepper that I put in. I think I put in quite a lot, but this is just looking so good. Okay, now I'm going to take the heat down, and all I'm going to do is just let it simmer for about 3 minutes or so, then it's done. Now this whole soup recipe shouldn't take you longer than about 15 minutes. And remember, a lot of people can eat out of this. If you want to make it for 4 people, of course you just double up the ingredients. Are you going to go that wrong if you have more than what I showed you? No, you won't. But this will really make a difference in people's lives. Because it's about eating good quality food. Not about the stuff where you go and sit in a drive-thru and just eat whatever you can find. Be very careful, because remember, the one thing that will happen is it will come back. One day when your body gets broken down and you go, why is this happening to me? It's because you've not looked after it. Most of the time, that's the reason why. Look after your body, look after your health, and look after the bodies of your young little children. Teach them to eat good, real, healthy food. That's the way forward. Okay, so I'm all done. Turn off the heat. That's absolutely perfect. That looks good. A lot of juice in there as well. And I'm going to serve it up in my 2 bowls, and I will show you what it looks like. Here we go. First things first, first little bowl. Make sure you get in. You don't just want to serve up for the one person all the meat and all the juice. Make sure you kind of divide it all. Look at that. Just look at that. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So you still have all the bits that you can chew on. Let's take this one. There you go. Oh, this is lovely. So I'm using small bowls. I've taught myself to eat out of smaller types of bowls as well. I don't want to have all these massive meals. Move that one over. There you go. Excuse the sauce on the side. Bit of a mess. And there you go. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And there's still quite a bit remaining, so everybody can come back for a second serving. But just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And this is what good quality food looks like. I mean, you grab your dessert spoon and you go for it. Like I say, excuse the sauce on the side. Not the best presentation, but that's it. Right there. Beautiful, stunning food. So there you go. Quick and easy. That's how you make a nice bowl of soup. So there you go. Like I said to you before, I use the smaller bowls. Really easy. Very nice to eat this way. And there's more. There's more remaining. So I can come back for my seconds. But again, it's not about overeating, it's about eating the right type of food. A lot of people look at the bowl size and go, I won't be full, it won't do anything for me. It's because you're overeating, you're addicted to eating, and the more and more sugar and stuff that you eat, the less you're ever going to feel like you don't want to eat. If you eat a lot of sugar, a lot of carbohydrates, you're always feeling hunger. Where if you eat good quality fats, good amount of protein, and lower carbohydrates, your body and your brain will feel satisfied, and the food is full of flavor. So you'll feel like you've had enough, you don't need more. But it's the fat in the food that keeps you satisfied, and that's what brings the cravings down, so you don't feel like you have to eat all the time. So I hope this helped. Enjoy your soup, eat it, make it all the time if you want. You can do this with any other meat if you want as well. It's very easy, but you'll see cooking isn't that hard, but you can do it as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and